But people would be more familiar with what he is known for, which is the Uber lawyer. Yeah. So if you guys have ever seen the video, went viral on Reddit 6-7 years ago, something like that. So he has the recording of himself. The video has 17 million views. You guys can look it up. His YouTube is Fiero600, or just look up Jesse Bright and it'll come up in search. Jesse Bright. So blew up. He essentially was telling people always record the cops, always. And I'm not saying that that's not true, but there were some things that he did and what he said. So if you get pulled over by the cops and they ask for license registration, you don't have to talk to them. So the more you talk, the more you incriminate yourself. Doesn't matter what you say, you're only incriminating yourself. Welcome back to the He's Wrong, She's Right podcast. This is Nona, and I'm Andrew. Say your name first this time. Do you like that?
I don't care either way. You made me happy by turning it on when I was not in the middle of fixing my hair, and I was actually sitting here like a normal human being and not...
Whatever. Anyways, we have some stuff. We have some case updates from some things that people have asked us about that
we talked about last year when we were first starting our podcast.
But then we never... I'm talking the one case specifically with Jesse. Mm-hmm. He was supposed to have a hearing, and I thought I was going to watch it, and then I remember something came up.
No, you forgot.
Oh, yeah,
Nothing came up. You forgot.
It came up that I forgot.
Yeah. It was in November.
It came up. Yeah. So it was continued anyways. Mm-hmm. And now I actually have the case summary, case information.
Why don't you let them know exactly what you're talking about? Because all you let them know was Jesse.
So if any of you guys are familiar with the...
Cape Fear Escorts.
No. People wouldn't... Unless they live here, they're not going to be familiar with that anyways.
That's what we said that it was.
But people would be more familiar with what he is known for, which is the Uber lawyer. Yeah. So if you guys have ever seen the video, it went viral on Reddit 6-7 years ago, something like that. Oh,
that's how it went viral?
Yeah. It front page on Reddit like twice. And that's why he ended up going,
I didn't know that.
So it was in 2017, and he has... he has an extensive traffic violation history here. A lot.
That's the least of the concerns, though.
Right.
Texting and driving, trafficking.
No. But what I'm saying is...
I'm pretty sure trafficking's worse.
But what I'm saying is people, once you run in, like the Glover thing, right? People are like, oh, the police, the state is clearly out to get him. Mm-hmm. That's what they started saying.
Okay.
So
he got away with a lot before he didn't.
So
I still think he's working with the feds.
What do you think this isn't a federal case?
Or whatever, the state.
He could still be the other cases or just took a plea deal in federal court, but he's still being tried in the state of North Carolina. Mm-hmm. So he's already...
I thought it did cross state lines, though.
I just said he took a plea deal on Tuesday.
No, I'm talking about Jesse. I thought he did cross state lines, though, because he was the driver, and I believe they went down to Myrtle Beach several times, if not other places, which is obviously to South Carolina.
I don't know.
So I believe it did cross state lines. Anyways, carry on.
So Jesse, the Uber lawyer, in 2017, which...
That's when he became famous?
Yeah. But what do you think the date of the initial, the case being opened or whatever, that all this boils into?
For Cape Fear Escorts I guess I'm going to guess 2017 just based on your question.
They're claiming the date of the offenses of all of his charges are January 1st, 2018.
Interesting.
New Year's Day, 2018. So,
are all of Jesse's supposed charges
all four of them,
but never again after that?
There might be additional charges, but that for this specific case that's being brought by the state, because there could be other cases that are open. Mm-hmm. You can get a speeding ticket somewhere, and then you can go run a red light somewhere else.
Right.
There's going to be two different cases that have two different charges. or multiple different charges, depending on what you're doing.
January 1st, 2018 is all he's being looked into.
Yes. In this case, just this case.
Okay.
So, right around when that video, or shortly after that video came out, do you know what all happened, what transpired with that?
You're being very vague. So which video are you talking
The
about
very
now?
first video that Jesse put out that made him infamous.
He picked up some guy because he was the Uber driver, and the guy possibly had charges against him, and he pulled over. No, I don't know.
There's nobody else in the vehicle with him. He has the recording of himself. This video has 17 million views. You guys can look it up. It's his YouTube is Fiero 600, or just look up Jesse Bright and it'll come up in search. Jesse Bright. That is, just so people aren't trying to figure out how to spell it. So he's in the car and he's basically having a back and forth with the officer. The officer's telling him one thing, saying the law is this, and Jesse's saying no, and I'm a lawyer, and I'm telling you that the law is this. They have a back and forth. Well, of course, Jesse got away. Whatever he did wrong, whether he did or didn't, whatever the officer was talking about, the officer was reprimanded, was reduced in rank, and then eventually actually left the police force because of it. Because he lied, and it was on camera, and Jesse had it all caught and reported it all. So, blew up. He essentially was telling people, always record the cops. Always, and I'm not saying that that's not true, but there are some things that he did and what he said. So if you get pulled over by the cops and they ask for license registration, you don't have to talk to them. You don't have to do anything. You just have to crack your window and slip it out the window. You don't have to look at them. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to do anything. Give them what they want. Then they'll give you your citation or your warning or whatever. Just let them talk. Don't even respond to them. And that's all true. That's all stuff that people should do. So the more you talk, the more you incriminate yourself. Doesn't matter what you say, you're only incriminating yourself. So that video blew up, and then it was shortly after all that transpired that the case was opened, but he wasn't arrested or charged at that time. So he didn't know that he was under investigation.
Right.
So there might be other things.
Okay.
So going back to the case summary then. So he was arrested in 2023. Yeah, April 17th, 2023 for promote prostitution, advance something. I'm trying to, it's the, their shorthand for whatever it is. So we don't have a legal interpreter here. So I'm just reading to you guys what this says. So, and for whatever reason, this is offense 51, 52, 53, and 54. So I don't know if that's because all the
other people were charged for the big bulk. He was the very last one. So
charge 51, or offense 51, promote prostitution profits, statute 14-205.3A2. Offense date, January 1st, 2018. Promote prostitution advance, same statute. Oh, actually it's A1 though. So it's similar but different. And then promote prostitution profits again, and then another promote prostitution advance. Whatever that means, don't know without looking into this deeper. But all of those, offense date, January 1st, 2018, all filing date, April 17th, 2023. So they had been cooking on this for a long time, well over 5 years. Yeah. And in that time, he was working, like if you look at his, if I show you this here right here in the Escorts portal, watch when I expand this out. Look how many cases there are. I mean, was that 10 per page? And there's 200 pages. Oh, no, you can't click that. Never mind. Can you? Oh, yeah, you can. So that would be 2,000 cases that he represented or had.
And he's not currently disbarred?
To the best of my knowledge, there's this website that I pulled up that he's still listed as an attorney. He doesn't have a rating or anything, but he's still on Martindale's
Mr.
practice.
Jesse Earl Bright.
Yep. And he's still admission 2013 North Carolina. His license number's right there and everything. So I don't know if this is just an oversight and they just don't go back and prune when people leave the practice or are fired or disbarred, and they just leave everything up there. We don't know, because a lot of people don't maintain their websites. You would think a law firm would maintain theirs, but apparently this one.
I would think you would be able to look it up by his license number.
Okay, let's try that then.
I mean, it's the same.
If anybody
in
ever wants to
insurance.
look this up, it's 922012990 is his North Carolina bar license, I guess. And see bar lookup. Is that what I'm looking for? Membership dictionary or directory. Dictionary. State bar ID. Let's try that. Control V. Member status. Let's just search by bar ID. See if anything comes up. No match. So let's try by name. Jesse Earl Bright.
I really hope he's disbarred.
Active. Attorney. Wake County. So yeah. Bar ID 45896. He is still.
What does it take to get disbarred?
Conviction, probably. Or a plea deal. Plea in some manner that you'd be unfit to be barred. When you say somebody's disbarred, it's like removing them from the bar. But are you saying is barred sounds like I'm restricting you, right? So is it your bar or barred?
So anyways, you had posted on our Reddit thread asking people if they had updates.
No, I went to the Wilmington r/Wilmington subreddit.
Okay, do you want to pull that up?
Sure.
And somebody had said that they had another child together, even post his arrest.
Yeah, r/Wilmington.
That's really concerning.
See here, search r/Wilmington. I'll just search for us. He's wrong. She's right.
Getting comfortable.
Yep. Oh wait. Our attorney Uber driver charged in human trafficking with over 150 victims. I don't think I commented on these. This is from 2 years ago, 3 months ago. Since when? Provocative dancing man on Russell Avenue. Men's haircut. School board terminating superintendent. All right, I'm not finding our post. Anyways, so I posted asking if anybody knew or if there was any update or anything like that, because it had kind of gone quiet. And a bunch of people jumped in and were like, please let us know if you have an update. Then I happened to see that he was supposed to have a hearing in November. Mm-hmm. And obviously that didn't end up happening because it was continued. It has been continued every month on the date for almost 2 years now.
Which is why I believe that he's working with it. I mean, the fact that he didn't even have a mugshot, like...
He does now, but...
Oh, he does now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He retained an attorney...
Like 4 months after he was arrested.
Yep. So that's why unless it's not really retained, if that makes sense.
Anything's possible.
Yeah. Anyway, so I posted, and then several people were saying, "Is there any update? Have you seen anything?" And periodically, people do come back to it because people have been looking for it. So I'll get. A couple months will go by and somebody will say, did anything come of this? Mm-hmm. So I'll have to go back there and put in the link for...
the update with Christopher Todd Evans.
Yeah. Well, and with all of this stuff. So the guy who ran the organization...
Mm-hmm. Todd is what he went by.
So his charges aren't even actually related to anything to do with trafficking or human trafficking or anything. He didn't plead guilty to any of that. His attorney said, if you read the article...
it says Evans did not plead guilty to any accusations of trafficking minors, physically abusing the women involved. He also pleaded not guilty to receiving the bulk of proceeds from commercial sex acts that he made the victims engage in.
So usually, and we talked about this...
The use of facilities is what he did make a plea agreement in. Whatchamacallit, when we talked about the Glover case last year,
We talked about the charges being changed and reduced and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
What I said was, and this also holds true in this case, is that at the federal level, they probably could have moved forward with the case, but the state also has a case. The state's case is probably more solid.
Mm-hmm. Evans is still facing charges brought against him by the state, which predate the federal case. Yep. At least 229 state trafficking felony charges are currently pending against Evans in New Hanover County Superior Court.
Yep.
So, yes.
So the whole case, obviously, I mean, with it going to the federal level for some counts, so he's going to be in prison while this is going on. Meanwhile, Jesse is out.
Apparently having more babies.
And practicing as an attorney or lawyer.
Wild. That is wild to me.
Well, just like how everybody said when the president was arrested last year,
mm-hmm.
like it's only going to make him more popular because now he's got street cred.
Jesse, this does not give you street cred.
No, but to clientele who are probably actually guilty, they're going to look and say, oh.
You've been through it yourself, so I want you?
Yep.
Ew.
Yep.
No.
You want somebody who has experience in the system.
Yeah, he has experience fucking people over.
Yep. So that's the update on that. It's been continued again into next month.
Yeah, we're going up on almost 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's February. April will be 2 years.
And I think our buddy said that they were moving forward because he was working on part of it. So maybe one day we can have him on, have him sit over there.
Yeah.
So he's off
I was
camera.
going to say blurred off faces or just off
camera. Because we can change his
voice.
voice. I can do all that.
Okay.
So I'll text him, see what he thinks. See if he's flying a drone over our house again.
He likes to creep on you, Andrew.
Yeah. While doing drug busts on other people nearby.
Yeah.
So moving on from that, going to talk about
your other buddy.
Mikey Mike. Yeah.
These are both your buddies. You love them so much.
Oh my God.
So much.
Bestie,
These are Andrew's besties.
Bestie friends.
Yeah.
Mike Glover, his case there's been a change, and it's unclear exactly what the change is because they're all these record changes are documented.
Okay.
And they're sent to the parties, but the official public-facing record of what happens is more or less redacted.
Okay.
So just when you look at the timeline on the docket, it says change occurred. That's pretty much it. Sometimes it'll give you a small synopsis. So one of them was that there was a change in just a couple days ago on the 20th. Yeah, so 8 days ago.
Okay.
On the 20th, there was a change on the record of counsel representing somebody. It doesn't say if it's representing him.
Gotcha.
Or representing his ex.
Gotcha.
It doesn't say.
Okay.
But there is a change, but there's been no change to the date. So Mike will be seen unless something else happens between now and then, and we will make sure to address that, even if we have to put it up in a short so you guys know what's going on. March 24th. And we will be, wait, what day is that? It has to be a weekday, but what day?
I think it's a Monday.
No, it'd be the same as what it was this month because since February, 28 days. You're right, Monday.
Wow. Imagine that. I'm right.
Imagine that. So Monday the 24th, Monday, March 24th, we will be watching it. And we won't
You're
live stream
genuinely
it.
shocked that I was right and I just...
No, I wasn't shocked.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, carry on.
Have you ever heard of the term trust but verify? It's how everything is.
Continue.
Trust but verify. So March 24th, we'll have that. Kay maybe come on. I don't know. We won't live stream it. Or maybe we will. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things go.
We will not live stream it. We will just record as normal.
But why not? See, you can't come up with a reason why not to.
Because of what occurred last year.
No. We won't show. We won't display. We won't play the audio. We will commentate. We will listen in. We will commentate on it. But
I think it's too much of a gray area that I don't think we should dip our toe into.
No, because we don't even have to start broadcasting until after we know that it's going to move forward. We can start recording, see how there's start recording and start streaming are two separate buttons. We can start recording to talk about it. And then if we know that it's going to move forward, hit start streaming, boom, there you go.
Okay. Do you have anything else new to report regarding Mike Glover other than the change in counsel?
Well,
did you get the business records back?
No.
Still?
No.
Wasn't that like 3 weeks ago at this point? 2.5 weeks ago?
Something like that. So I also had this thought because I still had the pending message from American Contingency. And that made me wonder.
When was that from again? Like 3 months ago?
May 30th.
Oh my God. So almost a year ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wanted to, they're a subsidiary or were a subsidiary or DBA. I don't know. They didn't they said that that Fieldcraft is their parent company.
Okay.
So how that structure is, are they DBA?
Okay.
Are they?
And they tried to reach out to you on what platform?
X.
Yeah. And it's just sitting as a pending message that you've never actually opened.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to give them the time of day.
Yeah. But it was because their statement. So Rob, I actually do have a little bit of a note date. So
who's Rob?
Oh my God, I can't think of his last name. I can pull it up. Rob.
When you give vague details, Andrew, we can't follow. Being me.
I've talked about him on the show. Rob Parsons. So Rob Parsons was the CMO at the time.
Okay.
And that's who I worked directly with when I was at DJM.
Gotcha.
So.
And he's not there anymore.
But he's the one that wrote the letters that were published last year for Fieldcraft and American Contingency.
Oh, you did not tell me that.
And when I reached out to him a couple weeks ago,
you wanted to find out if...
He said he's no longer with Fieldcraft anymore. So...
That must be a recent thing if he wrote those letters last year and he's no longer there. Yeah. That's a recent
thing.
And
Ricky's not there anymore either. But I think I did say this. She had like left and came back at one point.
But it's more unusual that Rob is not there anymore.
Right.
Whether it's on his own accord or not.
Right.
Interesting.
So I don't know. There's the video started trending again because we started getting comments about it again.
Okay.
But now the comments are swinging back our way.
Not defending him, but thank you for stating.
Why are so many people in your comments defending a man that they've never met before? Why? What is this cult-like behavior of these guys defending their hero?
For their hero?
Yeah. My laptop just died. Sounds good thing we don't need.
Isn't the saying, don't ever meet your hero?
Yeah.
I mean, you're a perfect case of that.
That nobody should ever meet me?
No, as soon as you met yours, started working for yours, you realized what a POS he was.
Yeah. By the way, the grin and bear photo that... So the unsubscribe guys went... Can
you show me the photo?
Yeah. The unsubscribe guys went to DC.
Okay.
And I don't know if I'm allowed to say this or not because it was just an offhand conversation that I had with Eli, but
verify with him before this comes out. Otherwise, you're going to have to redact all of this, and they're just going to have to see our mouth go blah blah blah.
I think their episode is coming out either this weekend or next weekend. But so they went to the Pentagon and to the White House. I don't think they recorded at the White House, but I do know for a fact that they did record in the Pentagon.
Okay.
They recorded with, when I looked at the picture, it looked like it was 2 or 3 majors and 1 master sergeant.
Okay.
It was a lieutenant colonel. No, it was a full bird colonel, 2 majors, and a master sergeant.
All right, so a full KFC bucket. Got it. Okay.
Sure.
I told you every time you say full bird colonel, I hear a KFC bucket of chicken.
Okay. So they posed in that picture. They recorded an episode. So they're proud of this, which is really funny. And Fat Electrician, everybody.
Can I see the picture?
Yes, everyone else is dressed up.
You're giving a lot of context with no actual details.
Hold on. Fat Electrician, where everybody else wore like suit jackets and jeans.
Right. He probably looked exactly like you. T-shirt.
Not even a t-shirt.
Oh, his like
He wore a sleeveless,
like tank top thing.
but the tuxedo.
Oh my god. It was probably cold there too.
Possibly. I don't know. Let me, Eli. I don't know if it's on his or if it's on unsubscribes. Yeah, here you go. So you can see, his shoulders.
Yeah, it looks
but
spot on. All right, can you show me the grin and bear it picture?
Yes. Give me 1 second.
And I assume it's bear, BEAR.
So I had this conversation with somebody recently for like.
I thought that's why you were tying it in.
No. BARE is only for naked. Anything else like grit and bear or whatever the other bear.
It should be a bear.
It's BEAR. Yeah. But
that's why I thought you were tying it in with Mike for some reason. Like, what is this coming?
They're drinking White Claws in the Pentagon while recording their podcast, which is absolutely hilarious.
Okay, what is with you guys and White Claws? I don't get it.
I don't know. Okay, so it's not on his. Anyways, so the picture that I'm talking about is with Tim Kennedy.
Show me
with
the picture.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
You've been talking for 5 minutes.
It's not on there.
And you haven't shown me anything.
It's not on there. It might have been deleted, to be honest with you.
You have been talking for 5 minutes and have not produced anything.
I can't.
What are you talking about, Andrew?
I reached out to you, Eli, because I was like, dude, I think you guys are going to get dragged. Mm-hmm. And it would appear.
So Tim Kennedy was at the Pentagon with them. Recording.
Not with them. He was there also.
Just coincidentally?
Yeah, they do events. There were a bunch of, for the Epstein files yesterday, there were a bunch of influencers that don't work together. They don't do anything together. Yeah, they have multiple things that go on at the same time. I don't see the picture anymore.
Okay, so you've been talking for 5 minutes about nothing.
Yep.
So apparently there was a picture and now it's deleted and that was the end of the story. Woohoo! Yay!
Yep. But in the picture, you could tell that they are all being forced into this photo op because he's there. And
really, how can you tell in the picture?
I should have screenshotted it. I didn't realize that they were actually going to delete it. Yeah, Tim is the only one. Tim was dressed up the fanciest.
Okay.
And was definitely trying to like make it about him. Mm-hmm. And the rest of them were kind of like,
hey, that's like every picture that I asked to take with you. Right?
No.
Yes?
No.
Literally every picture of us in Costa Rica together, I'm like smiling,
but if you,
I'm like, I'm so happy.
But if
and
you
he's like,
if you compare it to all of their other pictures, you said Costa Rica.
Oh, whatever, Puerto Rico. I haven't eaten yet today. I'm really hungry.
So, but you can tell in all their other pictures, they're all acting goofy. They're all smiling. They're all doing crazy nonsense. Mm-hmm. And then the picture with him, they're all like, fuck. Like, why do we let them?
We'll go to Tim Kennedy's page because maybe that's where it would be at.
Okay.
X, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Where else could he possibly tag the unsubscribed podcast? YouTube. Look at the boys that I got to hang out with.
Yep. I don't see. There we go. Yeah, it is on Tim's.
What would you do without me?
Look at Eli's face.
That electrician looks so happy, like his normal self. And then what's his face at the end looks happy too. It's only him right here, donut operator. Is that his name?
Yeah.
He looks his normal self
Garrett.
too.
His real name is Garrett.
Whatever. I don't know these people. They all look like their normal self. Nothing about that picture looks like, I have to do this. They look like their normal selves.
No. If you look at the other pictures of them and the fact that they deleted it.
Okay, I believe that they deleted it, but you can't tell with how...
Go look for this picture on Tim Kennedy's...
They all look like their normal selves, honestly.
No.
I'm not saying that they weren't forced to take the picture. I just don't see what you see in the grin and bear it.
Eli's face looks like existential dread. Like somebody.
He looks happy to
somebody
me.
took tape and like the Joker. Like
he looks happy to me.
No, he don't. Look at any of his other pictures. He does not look happy.
Okay.
He looks like he's being forced to smile.
Okay. What do you guys think? Maybe we'll end this episode with that picture as the ending credit, so that way you guys can decide who do you think is right. Do they look like their normal selves?
I'll just put the picture on the screen the entire time.
I wasn't saying that they were happy. They look like their normal selves. Like anytime you've put on the Unsubscribed podcast and I've walked back and forth and seen them out of the corner of my eye, that's exactly how they normally look. They looked like their normal selves. Not.
Anyways, the reason why they were there, I don't know if it is when I made a comment and Eli said that's the hope or something along those lines. Like that's why we're here. So something to do with the VA. So we'll see.
Okay, well, let's cross our fingers that they are able to make a VA change.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
For the better.
Yeah.
So that way your rating increases. Okay. On that note.
What time is it?
30 on the dot. On that note, Andrew's going to end this episode with that picture so you guys can dissect it with your own eyeballs.
Or I'll just put the picture over you for the full.
For the entire episode. Whatever. Do whatever you want. I don't care.
It'll be on me.
I don't care.
It'll be tracked to my head and body movements. So you just see this picture moving around the entire time.
Okay. If that's what you want to do. Or mine. I don't care.
No, I'll do it on mine. If I can figure out how to do that because I'm kind of dumb.
I really don't think people need to see it for the whole 30 minutes. That's just a lot of eyeball candy.
Oh my God. You know, it'd be really funny. Hold on. Because I can do deepfakes, face replacement and stuff. You're
going to change your face to Tim Kennedy's?
As I'm talking about these people, change my face to the person that I'm talking about. So I'd be
the only person you would pass off as is the fat electrician.
No, Jesse, Mike.
Oh
Tim.
God, Jesse. He's so wormy and little.
Well, you don't think that'd be
I
funny?
would rather look at the fat electrician any day over Jesse. All
right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If it does change, let me know.
So wormy. I'm so creeped out now picturing you as Jesse.
I think to do it, because I would have to do the entire video file. So what I'd have to do is I'd have to cut the video into segments.
We all know he doesn't like editing, period, and doesn't edit any of our videos. So you are not going to do any of what you're just talking about. Just put the picture at the end of the episode. That's it.
I edited the one.
Just put the picture at the end of the episode for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That's all they need to do is look at it for 10 seconds.
The one reading the comments, I edited that. I did a good job editing that.
Yeah, that was a still image of screenshots.
I put GIFs in there. I put GIFs in there.
GIFs, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I thought it was congratulations, you played yourself. I put that in there like 5 times. And by the way,
I put that episode on and I didn't get that.
It's the GIF. There's no audio, so you have to be looking at it to see it.
I put it on in the car when I'm driving.
So, our buddy Womp Womp has been coming back, and he said I'm leaving my obligatory comment because the algorithm keeps recommending you to me.
Womp Womp, are you watching this video too? This is Tuesday after your video came out. So Womp Womp, are you still sticking around? That's how I imagine that you talk too. It's like a yeehaw, giddy up. Womp Womp.
I'll tag him.
All right, Womp Womp. All right. Isn't it like Womp Womp Loser?
Yeah, Womp Womp Loser 02. Oh
my God. So special.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching.
Goodbye.
What? And I didn't do it on Kayla's episode because it wasn't appropriate. But on Tuesday's episode, I did put like worst comment at the end. So as we're signing off. So right now you might be watching this and you might see right here between us, you might see
who the worst comment is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I did start doing that.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to put it in the episode as like a picture. I want us to talk about it.
No, I've just put it in there as a picture. That way I can all the way up until when the video is released any comment can be thrown in there. Oh, and by the way, winners will be announced.
No, I think one time a week you should tell me what the worst comment was that week and then just share it. Because, guys, I don't see the comments or anything. He shares them with me periodically of like, oh, did you know this loser said this about you? And I'm like, please stop telling me this. I don't need to know.
We'll see. Okay. We'll see. But at the time of recording this, the 4,000 subscriber giveaway has ended. 5,000 subscriber giveaway has started. Hopefully making that by our 1 year, which is coming up in 2 weeks.
How many subscribers do we have currently at this moment of recording? Sorry, I was talking.
4,343.
Wow.
So 2 weeks roughly.
Okay.
To reach 5,000.
Okay.
We've had that pace in the last 2 months. So
you guys can do it. Womp Womp Loser. I know you want to subscribe. You love us so much.
So the 5,000 subscriber giveaway would be the same thing. Obviously the rules and stuff haven't been updated because it hasn't been published yet. But if you know the rules for all the previous giveaways, they're all the same. The website will be updated with the new timeline. That starts February 1st. That starts March 1st, ends March 1st, ends March 15th.
Are you alive?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, share with your grandma, tell your aunt about us at your next Thanksgiving dinner.
That would be an interesting Thanksgiving dinner conversation.
Yeah. Make sure that you share, like, comment, do all that stuff. Subscribe. Join. You can join as a channel member and see videos early.
Ooh, fancy.
Yep.
We're recording these Friday, February 28th, and you're probably going to get these published and up for early subscribers to be able to watch and listen over the weekend. I think you should. That would be a great thing because football games don't start until next Saturday. So you have all weekend to work on it. Whoop, whoop.
All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.